Have you ever noticed some writing that just leaps off the page, full of energy and impact? It feels immediate and powerful, while other writing seems a little flat, even boring. Often, the secret to that dynamic prose lies in a small but mighty part of speech: the verb. Well, the core difference between strong and weak verbs boils down to their ability to convey action or a state of being with vividness and precision. Strong verbs are direct, active, and paint a clear picture on their own, while weak verbs often relying on additional words, like adverbs or auxiliary verbs, to do their job, making them less impactful and sometimes vague. The reason for this distinction is fascinating. Strong verbs are typically action verbs that can stand alone and carry significant meaning. Think of words like sprint, whisper, shimmer, or collapse. They inherently suggest how an action is performed. On the other hand, weak verbs often involve forms of to be such as is, am, are, was, and were, or they are paired with other helper verbs, sometimes called auxiliary verbs like has, had, do, did, will, or can. When you use phrases like is running or was walking, the main action is diluted because part of the verb phrase is simply existing or indicating tense, not describing the action itself. This reliance on helper verbs pushes the descriptive burden onto adverbs, which often results in less concise and less engaging sentences. So, how can you transform your writing? Start by identifying those weak verb phrases, especially those using is, was, were, or to be forms followed by a participle or an adjective. For instance, instead of saying she was walking quickly, try she scurried. Or instead of he is doing his homework, you could say he completes his homework. Another effective strategy is to replace a weak verb plus an adverb with a single, more powerful verb. Instead of he ran quickly, consider he sprinted. The goal is to find one word that does the work of two or three. This technique is closely tied to another important concept in writing: using active voice. When you use strong verbs, you naturally lean towards active voice, where the subject of the sentence performs the action directly. For example, the ball was hit by the boy uses a weak verb and passive voice. Transforming it to the boy hit the ball uses a strong, active verb, making the sentence more dynamic and easier to understand. This isn't just about sounding fancy. It's about making your message clearer and more efficient for your reader. Ultimately, choosing strong verbs over weak ones is a simple yet incredibly effective way to elevate your writing from ordinary to exceptional. It allows you to communicate with greater clarity, conciseness, and impact, ensuring your message truly resonates. By consciously seeking out and employing these robust action words, you empower your sentences to convey meaning with precision and energy, making your words memorable and your ideas unforgettable.